Rose Tico series is everything we want and deserve from Star Wars. Is it really? It's not what I want, really. It's really, really not what I want or deserve from Star Wars. I just want good Star Wars, and Rose Tico is kind of a terrible character. I'm sorry. No offense to the actress. The character was kind of horrible. She was just terrible. She really was. This week, HN Entertainment caused a major disturbance in the Force. Oh, how cute. With an exclusive on 5 properties, Lucasfilm is reportedly considering for development into series for the Disney Plus streaming service set to launch this fall. The new platform is already set to host Jon Favreau's The Mandalorian, which recently wrapped, and another series featuring Diego Luna's Cassian Andor in his adventure prior to Rogue One. Spoilers, he dies. We don't care. That's the problem with that series. It's going to be so nonsensical because the character dies. So who cares what happens to him in this series, right? Oh, Lord. The list of potential series is interesting on its own, as it includes shows built around the adventures of young Princess Leia, Captain Phasma, the Knights of Ren, and Darth Bane. But what really got the internet talking was the prospect of a show based around Kelly Marie Tran's Rose Tico. That's ironically, though, she's kind of like the meme. She's like the poster child of, she's a cute woman. She's a sweet, and I don't mean that condescendingly. I mean, the actress who plays her is a very sweet woman. And you don't want to, like, pick on the character for being absolutely terrible, so you like the character in an ironic way. It would be kind of like laughing at the puppy that limps, you don't want to do that. So that's what it is. It's out of irony. It's out of pity. And except some people actually genuinely really, really love her. I'm not that crazy about Rose Tico. I'm sorry. The character was kind of bad. But again, I'm not excited for this. I'm really not. Not only would this be a great story to explore and another milestone for representation, of course. You couldn't even make it into two paragraphs without the R word. Where's diversity? Where's diversity? Where's the D word? Because we got the R word. The R word usually goes right alongside the D word. But it would be an epic defeat for the dark side of the Star Wars fandom. Oh, why? Because she was bullied off of Instagram? No, she wasn't. It was a complete lie. Even the New York Times, you can search that article from the New York Times and you will not find anything of social media, bullying, harassment, Instagram, deleted. You won't find any of those words. Seriously, this is why I don't use a pop filter. I know you guys have asked for one. It's because I talk with my hands and I hit it, so I'm sorry. I'll back off of it. They're really trying to call us out on the dark side of the Star Wars fandom, aren't they? I'm so sick of this shit. I'm so sick of the media just bashing us. You're a media personality. You were just bashing us. How would you feel if I just bashed you all the time? Well, I'm not a media personality yet. Maybe 50,000 subscribers. I'll have to rethink that. But for now, I'm just an idiot with a webcam and a microphone, okay? For those of you who missed the opening crawl, let's get caught up on Kelly Marie Tran / Rose Tico and how different sides of the fandom have responded to her. I actually hesitate to use the term fandom on this discussion because it's a word that should signify a group of people who love and appreciate a piece of media, even when they're critical of it. Who want to see it succeed and are inspired by it. Well, I would be inspired by it if it were better. If it were as good as it was when I was a kid, I would be a little more inspired by it, okay? Being critical of it, yes, I can be critical of it and still love something. All right? So don't you say any of this shit. Oh, who want to see it succeed? No, we want to see it succeed if it's done well. We want to see it fail miserably if it's terrible. You see the difference, because if it actually fails, it can actually improve in the future because they'll know exactly what they did wrong. When The Last Jedi hit the theaters, a vocal contingent of folks calling themselves Star Wars fans, oh yeah, like the little cunts with the Star Wars fanboy tear mugs, those bitches, those fans that'd sooner spit on your face and block you on Twitter and call you a misogynist, racist, sexist troll, basement-dwelling, cousin-humping man-baby. Those fans, check yourself, bitch. I'm not playing with these people. These people are horrible, toxic people, and I'm using their word right back at them. They're some of the worst of the worst. Want to paint anybody in the worst light possible, and I'm not putting up with their shit. Prove they weren't so much into love as virtual hatred, much of it based on misogyny and racism. Suck a dick! Seriously, these people mobilized en masse to protest the film that was anchored by powerful women. Where? Who? Who was a powerful woman? Who was a powerful woman? I don't remember a powerful woman. There was cute porgs. There was Yoda did lightning stuff. What else happened? Luke Skywalker drank tit milk. I guess that sea creature was a woman. That was a powerful woman, right? That sea creature, is that which one you're talking about? Who else did anything in that movie? General Hux was kind of funny. Snoke got decapitated. I'm trying to think. No, there was a brown hair girl that didn't do anything really, but who cares? Oh, and then there was the bitch who seed the space horses instead of the little kids. Those strong women, or the purple haired bitch on the bridge who was talking down to everybody because they're just men and they just have penises. Because she needs a good one, you know, she needs a good deep dicking at some point. In the same hateful vein as Gamergate and other faux movements that claim to be about artistic integrity, but are really about white men who hate the idea of sharing a story space with anybody who isn't them. Rose Tico became the main target. No, she didn't. Ask Ethan Van Sciver. Okay, I'm gonna name drop. I got to talk to Ethan Van Sciver in his stream. I've talked to him a few times, like a high council. You know, it's been an honor. He loves Rose Tico. He has a big cardboard cutout of her. You cannot sit there and tell me that people who didn't like The Last Jedi don't love Rose Tico. Some of them love her ironically. Some of them love her genuinely. Some people like me could take her or leave her. I don't care. She didn't really add anything to the story, but the actress is fine. It's not her fault. She didn't write the movie. So what the hell is... We know this is a lie. We know this is false. Became the main target for all the people who give Geekdom a bad name. Yeah, people like who drink out of the fanboy tear mugs. Yeah, those people. I got it. Again, I use the term people loosely, not just because most of these trolls can barely understand human decency. I'm sorry, the SJWs are usually ones who call for violence, initiate false swattings, ruin people's lives, complaining, trying to get people fired. So what are we doing? We're just yelling to the wind, basically. What have we done? You have been proving countless time and time again that Rose Tico, Kelly Marie Tran was not bullied off of Instagram. That 90% of the time, you guys are actually being the toxic fans. Ryan Johnson has been toxic. And you're just dumb enough to kind of go along with this narrative that you're brainwashed into thinking of, right? But because a huge percent of them were literally not people, but bots created in Russia. Oh, you're still going with the Russian bot story. Oh my god. This is too much. Disservice who knew social discord and distress. Well, we already proved there was like 16 that they could trace. 16 bots. Alright, like Midnight's Edge and the Woke Report, they dug into these numbers of the Russian bots. And guess what? It was like 16 of them, you know, out of a study of 1,000. And that was just one guy who didn't even use like the proper scientific methods, who was just a starfucker. All right, we've got countless videos on that. You know, check out my channel. I have countless videos. I've been covering the Russian bot thing and the Kelly Marie Tran thing since it was happening. Rose Tico and Kelly Marie Tran received an inordinate amount of hatred from these trolls. That's a lie. That's a fucking lie. That is a flat out fucking bald-faced lie. That is such a lie. We're gonna even bring out the soundboard. Come on, where is it? Where is it?
Liar, 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 pants on. Whoa.
Yeah. What Beavis said. You're such a liar, we're bringing out Beavis.
Fire, 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 fire.
I couldn't help myself on that one. Rose Tico and Kelly Marie Tran received an inordinate amount of hatred. No, they didn't. No, they really didn't. various possible reasons, because she was a new to the friend. No, because it didn't happen. Because you needed to get her name out in the some publicity agent said it was a good idea to run with this narrative, because they were seeing the backlash of, oh, this movie's not going to do really well. So they needed to create something to kind of take the blame off of the filmmakers, to take responsibility away, and to kind of, and that's been a running narrative with these companies and these studios, these marketing and PR firms. You paint the fandom in a bad light. You dehumanize them by calling them trolls, racist, sexist, and that's what it is. It's just dehumanizing. And that's why the NPCs complain so much that they're being dehumanized, because they would know exactly what they're doing. As for they do it with us, calling us trolls, racist, sexist, bigots, misogynist. And when you prove them wrong, when you say, hey, I'm a woman and I didn't like this, they lose their goddamn minds. They have their little meltdowns. And I guess this is going to be a series, SJW meltdowns. Because she's kind of having a little bit of a meltdown over the series. Like, seriously, calm your shit. None of this happened. You don't need to freak out over it. This is all fake. It's okay. It didn't happen. Trust me. Trust me. Would I lie to you? I wouldn't lie to you. I really wouldn't lie to you. Rose Tico and Kelly Marie Tran received an inordinate amount of hatred from these trolls. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. Oh, yes. Maybe because she's new to the franchise, or maybe because Rose represents a more pacifist and even anti-capitalist message. Well, Disney is the giant corporation, so maybe they should go after Rian Johnson for writing the fucking character, if they're that scared about her anti-capitalist message. You know, because they'd be the ones who would be scared by it. I'm not a giant corporation. It's Disney who needs to be worried. But most likely the reason is that she was both female and Asian. No. Why, who cares? Why would that be a thing? Seriously, why would the color her, or why would her ethnic heritage or her gender, I don't care what's in between her legs. Seriously. You're the people who are obsessed with this shit like it actually matters. She was just so intense, and this is we know this is bullshit. This is fake. The harassment and hate aimed at this actress and character have been unconscionable. Well, yes, because they didn't happen. And also disappointing, because Rose is actually amazing. No, she's not. No, sweetie. If you think Rose Tico's amazing, you really need to look at how horrible she was to those little kids that she left there to be whipped, tortured, beaten, etc. She was kind of a monster. Like, really, really kind of a monster. Don't you think those little kids had it a lot harder because they let all those horses get away? For the very reason that some people hate her, she's by far the standout addition to the Star Wars universe. She represents hope and love, and a different kind of bravery, but by, like, stupidity, by going and getting her ass killed. For doing the exact same thing that she told Finn not to do. She was a fucking moron. Not only that, since you're so obsessed with her race, why didn't you mention that they gave her the stereotypical decision of making the Asian girl crash the vehicle? If you really want to get on your high horse about race. Oh no, you can't do that. You can't fault the movie for anything because it had inclusion and diversity, right? You can't fault the movie for giving her basically the most stereotypical thing she could do as an Asian woman. Oh, guess what? That's because Asia doesn't exist a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Doesn't matter. We don't see that. We see a girl in a potato sack. Because we're not fucking racist. We're not sexist. We're not obsessed with this shit. We're normal people. The live-action Star Wars television universe doesn't exist yet, so we can't tell what the representation in these shows will be like. Guess what? It doesn't matter. No one is ever represented 100%. You don't need to see yourself on screen. Are you that freaking selfish that you need to see your own self on screen? If you need to, do what I do. I have a webcam. I can see myself. I'm right there. Look, I'm right there. Hi. I can see myself right now. I can look at myself all day if I want to. I don't need to see myself or an idealized version of myself up on screen. Or they're not even idealizing themselves anymore. They're just putting the big old fat land whales right up on screen. It's like, I can see that on the webcam. I don't need to see that on screen. I want to see somebody pretty if I'm paying money for it, right? I can turn on my webcam if I want to see a fat ass. Seriously. They already promised giving both Star Wars series production star Latinx men. Oh God, I don't even care. Latinx men. I can't even say it. Uh, the animated depictions of a galaxy far, far away have certainly given audiences some iconic female characters like Ahsoka Tano. Oh, she actually knows one. But in terms of the stories already in the pipeline from Lucas and Disney, it's looking pretty masculine. Well, what about the Leia series? Not feminine enough for you? We could definitely do better. And the list making the rounds makes me think we will. The fact that Leia and Phasma are series being considered, along with Rose, is highly encouraging. Well, Phasma's really just a man. I'm serious. No offense to Gwendolyn Christie. Phasma's really just a man. Built like a man. There's no reason it should be a woman. It's as tall as a man. It's like the PJ Harvey song, Man Size. I measure height, measure size. That's what she does. She's as big as a man. She might as well be a man. There's no reason it should be a woman in that, or it's interesting that it's a woman. Because if you're basically just going to put a man build anywhere, so Phasma series really not that feminine. And the Leia series, well, you've already shown that they're rooting Leia with the animated series where she basically slaps Luke in the face. Along with Rose is highly encouraging, especially with Game of Thrones ending. I'd love to see more of Gwendolyn Christie on screen. I've seen too much of her. I've seen the nudes that they had going around. And like I said, might as well be a man. And not that I'm body shaming, not that there's anything wrong with that. I'm just saying, if you're so hung up on having a woman on screen, maybe try and have one that's a little more feminine, But really excites me is for Rose in particular is the possibility of something entirely new for a Star Wars series, a show where we don't know the end. The Mandalorian, Cassian Andor, even the animated series all take place in timelines before the films we've seen. And I assume the same would be true for a series of Knights of Ren, Phasma, or Darth Bane, given the fact they're all dead in the future film universe. Spoilers. Even Leia would be a prequel, but a story about Rose set after what happens in episode 9, where I'm hoping we'll survive, or I'll riot. Oh, please. Oh, God, I hope she dies. I hope she goddamn dies. I really do. I hope she goddamn dies in this, and I want to see this girl riot. I really, really do. Because that will be entertainment to me. That will be better than the movie. Has the potential for breaking new ground with the Star Wars series by telling a story where we don't know where everything will end up, and how exciting would that be? And in Rose is a fun, inspiring, dramatic character and connected to entire larger stories. There's huge potential here. What if it's a prequel where her and her sister are still alive? That would be great. Where we know Paige Tico is going to die the whole time. Because that's what they'll do. Seriously, that's what they do. They bring in Paige Tico. The treatment of Kelly Marie Tran and Rose Tico by the dark corners of the internet represents the worst in geekdom. Even worse, it is the fact that these people still lie about it and insist it happened when it didn't. Tran is a wonderful, intelligent actress and smart, kind, genuine woman, the likes of which we don't see very often in Hollywood and should be celebrated and uplifted. Wow, suck her dick a little harder, man. By giving her a platform and a voice, we can make a real difference, even just by showing that characters who stand up for hope and peace are worth celebrating. The people or bots that attack Kelly Marie Tran, that didn't happen. The ones that hate Rose Tico for her race and gender, doesn't happen. And dress it up in the thin excuse of, I just don't like the character. I just don't like the character, sweetie. Yeah, I just don't like the character. She's not that interesting. She's not a good character. Those people would never be convinced a character like Rose or an actor like Tran deserves a place in the narrative. You don't deserve a place in my narrative, okay? You don't deserve a place in any narrative. But those jerks don't matter. Those jerks don't matter. Find an insult a little bit harsher than jerk, because you tried misogynist, you tried basement dweller, man baby, troll, racist, sexist, bigot. Your words don't matter anymore. You're just a baby. You're just acting like a baby. What matters is the people who are inspired by Tran, who believe in the hope Rose represents. That's awfully tokenistic of you. We deserve to triumph just as much as Rose does, which is why I hope with all my fanish heart that this story is told. Like Rose said, that's how we're gonna win, not fighting what we hate, but saving what we love. And that's all we're really doing. We're trying to save what we love. And if we have to scoop Luke, Han, Leia out of this horrible sequel trilogy mess, and you have all your little characters that were on their shoulders and they all just fall flat and break their necks, and they're laying there in a contorted heap with their necks sort of snapped backwards and their legs twitching, I'm gonna laugh. And I think a lot of us are going to laugh because, we want to save the stuff we love, and we don't love these new characters. They're not good characters. They're really, really not. So, that being said, what do you guys think of this? I mean, do we want a Rose Tico thing? Ironically, do you guys genuinely like Rose Tico, or just like her kind of ironically? Do you kind of just think she's blah? I think she's just kind of blah. She's not really that interesting. She's not worth hating. She's that's the thing. Rose Tico and Kelly Marie Tran aren't worth hating. They're so nothing. They're so insignificant. Why hate something that insignificant? It's like hating a gnat. There's no point. You just swat it away and it goes away. But yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. You can send your angry letters or gifts, presents for future unboxings to Mecha Random 42, P.O. Box 1566, Loveland, Colorado 80539. And I will see you guys on the next video or live stream. Bye! Thanks for watching. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button. And if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye!